G'day punters and welcome to the Wild West, brought to you by Betfair Australia. Coming off a big week at Bunbury Cup where we got the bus down there for a big day out. It was a good Saturday, Arvo, wasn't it, Crip?
It's an absolute ripper. You got to credit where credit's due to Alex Doble and the team. They finally got a standalone Saturday meeting, which they'd been asking for some time apparently, and look, they won't be there next year with the redevelopment, but you'd think, it was a huge success. So you think 2023 will be on the cards.
Yeah, we'll do it all again, hey? You'll have a couple of kids with you probably by that stage. Cracking day out last week. Just wanted to quickly give a quick shout out. Obviously, those that know Crip and I well at all will know that we aren't big Eastern States followers whatsoever. I just wanted to give a shout out to a couple of the local lads in Brad Parnham and his father Neville with Indian Pacific. Huge. The whole of Bunbury Racecourse was roaring him home, and just wanted to wish Arcadia Queen as well and Pikey good luck on Saturday in the All-Star Mile. She's pulled up a little bit lame this morning apparently, so
Get through the vet check first.
A few queries there, but look, let's hope the WA Flavour can keep having the success they are over East. Anyway, quick look at last week's card. I'll kick off. Ladies at London went straight to the top when Spoznik was scratched and got the job done pretty easily. So that was a good start. Didn't really go uphill from there at Bunbury, unfortunately. Thought Dark Assault went well enough, just plodded away. Once we got to the breeze on a slow tempo, but halfway down the straight, thought he was a pretty good thing to run, at least second at that stage. But I think that's his level now, rather than perhaps he was going to step up further. And then we were both on triple missile Crip, maybe an end of prep run, but also pretty good horse beaters.
Yeah, you got to give credit to the winner, kissing on four cheeks. She's bulletproof, isn't she? Especially with it was a bit of an on-speed track too, and not that she was really far back, but she still out-sprinted everything in front of her. So,
class above.
Yep, very good. My other bet was Diableary. Hard in price, but don't get paid for that, do you? It was pretty disappointing.
Gee whiz, triple missile started 240, 250 as well. Yeah, so we got that part of it right as we tend to do. But we just need to get the result part right. But let's hope we've got a few for Saturday. Horses to follow. Crip, who have we got?
I'm going with one. I've probably said this guy a few times, but Luke Skull just any danger of drawing a barrier as
copy
well.
and paste job, isn't it?
He's been up for since the war, and he just keeps finding bad luck, and I just reckon he's going to get a race soon where he sits on speed without being three deep and he'll win.
Who was on him? Was it Nikhil or Azzopardi?
I think it was Azzopardi, but it wasn't probably no one's fault. No, it was in.
Azzopardi was on silence. It might have been Chrissy Nikhil again. Yeah. He just keeps drawing wide gates at him though, doesn't he? Bloody hell. He'll go around the grandstand probably next Saturday, and who knows, he might be horse we're tipping next week. Probably not, because he'll face Dig Deep. Media Baron, same race for me. To me, it didn't come back last prep. Looks to be a horse that's come back. Wait for a journey, maybe a Pinjarra Cup. I'll have to hire another bus and get out to Pinjarra for the day. I'll still be recovering. Media Baron flying, I reckon. Just wait for probably 1,800 plus.
Yep. No, very good. I'm going to give my ride of the day to Paddy Carberry on Reliable Star. Found the three back the fence from Barrier 7, just picked off runs up the inside.
Thread of the eye.
Won by half a length, gave it a 10 out of 10. If he gives it an 8 out of 10, it probably loses. So, worthy winner.
Yep.
It's a few good rides on the day, actually. But
It was. Yeah, it was a hard one to pinpoint. I've gone a little bit different with mine. Paul Harvey on Arctic Stream ran second to Western Temple in the feature race. The Bunbury Sprint. The way he kept Dig Deep in, had to give that a little plug, halfway down the straight. And the ride he gave Arctic Stream was the only reason that the $50, $60, $70 pot ran second and not third, and probably picked up an extra $15,000 for the owners. I think those type of rides where Paul Harvey's probably the best in WA, Chrissy Parnham and Pike are very strong on it. When a horse tries to get out from underneath you, they just say, nah, no chance you're getting out from underneath me. And that probably made the connections an extra $15,000, I reckon there. So, a bit of an odd one, but Paul Harvey on Arctic Stream, not a horse I'm going to be following, by the way. This is just the ride, and good ride, Paul. Anyway, let's get into it.
All right, we have got
Easterly.
Yes, an easterly wind, rail at 5 metres. Historically, it should say that it's on speed. Recently, it hasn't been that way, but I'm still going to back in the data over the larger sample size. So, especially early in the day, we should see a track where it's quite hard to make ground.
Hopefully.
Agree?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I'm exactly the same. Yeah, exactly the same. So anyway, we are going to look today at races 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 features in there, a couple that we want to get involved in. Race 5, and it's lucky we have Dee Cripps sitting next to me because he manages Kay Yule, and she's kept the plum ride on Pure Devotion. Is she excited?
Oh yeah, she's pumped.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, she's through no good management of me, it's been
give yourself some.
She said to me on Tuesday, she said, "Look, I've kept the rides. I think you beauty." But no, I'm pumped for it, to be honest. Not even as a manager, but just as a friend. Like, this is a great opportunity, isn't it? So actually might get out to the track just to watch this race, I think.
Let me know if you do. I'll come along.
Yeah,
Pop out there.
I'm buzzing. So how did you see
She's
the
a bit
race?
stiff on, so we'll move on from the Kia aspect. A bit stiff on Pixie Chicks the other day, not to pick up a feature as well, wasn't she? Knobbed out in the line. But,
Good ride too.
Was a 10 out of 10. Look, this is just a cracking race. One big thing that I've actually learned from Scotty Embry over the journey is it's really difficult to bet into races without obvious speed maps or really slow speeds, and this looks like one of those races. Soleil will roll forward, and the $1 million question is, can Soleil get 2,200 metres? Do you have an answer?
No,
neither do
especially on a. No, I don't even know. But if it was a genuine tempo, I'd probably leaning towards no. But the fact that we're not really sure where the speed is going to come from, it might be sort of like when we were talking about dance music a couple of months ago, where could she get the 1,800? Well, potentially it's on her limit, but when you walk 1,400 and sprint 400, well, you can. So exactly if it pans out like that, then there's every chance Soleil can lead all the way. But this is a race with so many question marks, isn't it?
Certainly is. The one thing I wanted to say, this is basically your Oaks field, right? Because whoever goes to Natasha goes to the Oaks. There'll be a Temptation who won at Wednesday yesterday, a Holyoke who won last week. A couple of those horses might go, unlikely to be major players. But this is your Oaks field. So Soleil's around about $5 all in for the Oaks. Pure Devotion a clear favourite. Soleil's $2.40 here. For me, those two markets need to really add up. There's a bit of so one of them, I'm not saying which one's right or wrong, but it's it's a bit unique. Look for Lunar Impact for mine to really be aggressive and go forward. I think when you're 200 to 1 and you've been tailing off last, not tailing off, but you haven't been overly competitive, I think you change the tactics and have a crack in a race without speed. So reckon Lunar Impact goes forward, which is probably music to your and Kira's ears, I'd suggest. Pure Devotion, I reckon will end up being the best horse in this race, and that's a big call with Soleil in the event. But I've got a rule. Usually you just look for Bob's best runner when it gets to 2,000 plus. So at the prices, there's not really a bet for me, but I'd love to see Pure Devotion win, and I think it can.
Yeah, as much as I sort of want to find Pure Devotion, she's a horse who'll probably be right back near last in a race where they might not go that hard. So that's just not the way I punt. So I'll have enough interest as it is without having to open my wallet, that's for sure.
Are you nervous for the race?
A little bit,
I could imagine you would be, The only runner I wanted to discuss who's above my price is Sunset Cruise. If you look at they're all hers. It's the Natasha. If you look at her last efforts against Reliable Star, who's $4.80, Sunset Cruise is mid-20s here. They're identical runs. Some would even suggest that Sunset Cruise might have been a better run than Reliable Star, so they shouldn't be much of a price difference. It can roll forward, sit outside Soleil, race in the first few. I think it's one that's just got under the guard a little bit. So if you're looking for a crazy leechway spec, maybe Sunset Cruise. But I'm expecting the class of Pure Devotion, Kira, to get going at the right time from last. Yeah, I think she can win it, Crep.
Fingers crossed. The other thing about Sunset Cruise, she's already proven that she can stay in a race where you normally get to the Oaks and half of them are there just because they want to have a crack.
Yep.
But she's proven she'll get the journey.
I haven't even backed her yet. I should just clarify that. But I've marked her $12. She's 20 odd. So probably something small on her. But good race. Go Kira. Race number 6, over the 1,600 metres. This is a real speed map bet for myself. Melorab should be leading him up. And then I've got Combat Ready, who's a bit of an outsider. We'll go around at $100 plus in the breeze. Miss Marietta should have the back of Melorab. And I don't think that, very simply, I need to look much further for the rest of the race. The biggest problem with Miss Marietta is that the last 697 Brett Pope horses I've tipped, grip or backed have all gone a lot worse than they should have. But she looks to be flying. It just looks to be a new horse. Her win at Pinjarra, she beat nothing, but it was just really stylish and full of authority. I think she gets the cheapest way home on the back of Millerab, who probably isn't suited back 200 metres down to the mile. But I think Millerab still gives a big kick. Miss Marriott gets out. She gets every conceivable chance in the world. Beret's your current favourite. I'm not convinced Beret runs out 1,400, let alone 1,600. So $4 Miss Marietta. I have priced her $2.90 odd. That's a very easy selection. I think it could be a good watch as well, because the map does just look really simple on paper, and I should never ever say that, but the map does look really good on paper. So $4 Miss Marietta. Pretty keen.
Yeah, okay. No, I should read you my race notes. I marked 4 horses, $6 each. That was Miss Marietta, So
$6.
Beret,
Oof.
and Millerab. And I wrote, I'll probably risk Beret, as I expect she'll be probably your favourite or in the market. Mm-hmm. And then I said if any of the other 3 are each way odds, then potentially have something on. But when I say each way, I'd like to get double figures to play each way. And I think the highest of those 3 is So at 8. So no real interest, but gun to head maybe. So I think he was a pretty good run last start. Gets 2 kilos off Millerab and he might actually be on the back of the one that you think will be stopping. He might be in the 1-1.
Yep, definitely. He's probably suited better back to the mile rather than the 1,800 as well. Peaked a little bit the other day, so can definitely see that. But Miss Marietta for me, and a lean at the price. So Crip. Something. Race number 7, the JC Roberts Stakes, the Western Empire Benefit. I don't think here is going to be much chance of a feature race double here, Crip, unfortunately. Can we get Western Empire beaten?
I don't think so. Do you?
No. What'd you mark him?
$1.40.
Yeah, I was $1.40 on the dot as well. So I was hoping Brad. I was hoping Brad had a little moment, just had like $1.09. I don't dive in sub $2 ever really, but this is one I would have done if he had a little moment. But unfortunately, he didn't have a McManus moment. So never a viable play. Should be winning. Good speed, good tempo. Yeah, should go past.
I didn't go into this race in
didn't
too much detail, because if it was a 7-horse field, I probably would, because you try and find a market without the favourite. It only pays 1 and 2 a place, but when there's 3 places, even the other horse that you like are still only paying around double your money to run top 3. So I'm a bit frustrated that Holy Enchantment was scratched last Sunday.
Stable mishap.
I was shocked that I was on second up and probably my hardest beat of the last 12 months, and then I couldn't believe that we actually got an opportunity to get some back last Sunday. I expected him to go up odds on. Got it sort of the black odds plus, and I need to wake up on Sunday morning with a bit of a headache and find that he was scratched. So might have been our last chance to get a result out of him, unfortunately. But him and MTA were my sort of next 2 picks. Mm-hmm. But no, won't be doing anything in this race, Terry.
No. I was just telling you before off air. I backed Fear the Wind today, Thursday, for Bunbury at about 11 to 1. It's going to go around on Betfair at probably 700s and 40s here, I reckon. I reckon Fear the Wind hasn't been ridden correctly at any stage. If the leaders stop dead, you're talking a horse like Flash Ducati, $15-16. I don't think that Fear the Wind's necessarily all that far behind. So if you're looking for something crazy, I reckon Fear the Wind at 500s each way. How's that, eh? Did you expect that?
You're on hiding nothing there, because if it loses, no one will care. But if it wins at 500s, you
oh, gee whiz.
I'll bring a crown next week.
I'd be disappointed if it's just a crown. Anyway, race number 8. It's the race I am most enthused about for the day, D. Cribs. I know you're pretty bullish too, so kick us off.
I'm not that enthused about the card, but I'm super pumped about this race. So I'll be dutching 2 here. One of them is Cramden, who I know you are keen on, so I'll save that for you. And I'll speak about the other one, which is Riverbow. Now, he's a 4-year-old, he's lightly raced, he's always showed plenty. I reckon there's a bit of upside still. This preparation, he trialled like a horse who might be ready to go on with it. And his first up effort was absolutely super. He half missed a kick, got right back in an impossible position, finished really hard, ran the fastest last 8, 6, 4 and 200 of the day. Now, he's a horse who has historically normally goes better second up, and he also hails from a stable who generally need the run. So I expect there'll be plenty of improvement to come. Barrier 4, if he can step cleanly, I think he sits in the 1-1 or he'll be close enough, and I reckon he'll be super hard to hold out from there. I've marked him $3, and the $4 available is more than enough.
Tell you what, if Riverboy's going to win one, this has got to be it, doesn't it? Lots in his favour here.
You don't like him as a horse?
I just, he lost me a little bit with that running behind Chest and Flyer last campaign. He lost me with the fact it was trial race. No, it's just more pricing for me. And when did I tip you, Crandon?
When?
Well, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Nominations came out on Tuesday, and
you didn't even do a market. It was just a selection.
Crandon was one I've been hiding in the black book. I'm sure a few people have been hiding in the black book, but just the setup of this, when I saw that there was no speed in the race, Christy Bennett was going on, which it's funny actually. That's why we spoke about it on Tuesday, because I asked before the jockey was named if Kira had retained the ride, but they've put the apprentice on, the claiming apprentice who's flying, and there was actually a slight concern. I would be just as happy if Kira was on, because this horse can, and this is probably the one negative, can miss a kick occasionally, but with Kira on, it just seems to be at its best Barry Manners at all times. So Christie's rode him once when it went poorly, but it jumped really well. So that's, I guess, one positive we'll take. But Crown was just a different horse since it's gone to Dennis Couper. Sorry, Dennis, I'm sure I've got that wrong. He's been stiff to run into Time to Sizzle. He's a natural front runner, I should start with. He's a natural front runner who's run into Time to Sizzle recently, and he's had to take a sit, and that's obviously not his strength. He's been racing in 72 pluses. He's back to a 66 plus as a 65 rated galloper. So for 1.5 Riverbow, he meets him 5 better. For finishing around Mood Swings, he meets him 5.5 better, and he gets the better map. The Easterlies in play. It just basically
51 kilos,
51 and a half. Yeah, he just ticks every box for me as an each way play. Like, just such a simple each way play. And he's comfortably the horse that I'm most excited about. I said this last week, and Read the Right Act was scratched, so I better be careful about jinxing him out. But it's a real simple one. Goes to the top, runs along. We just need him to get out the gates. There's no other speed. I don't know about you, Crud. City Circle, maybe in the breeze. Mood Swings, maybe in the breeze.
It's always a good sign when you find it hard to locate a breeze horse.
Mm-hmm. So I just think he jumps and runs, and for me, he deserves to be very close to favouritism, which will never happen for a horse called Cramden. But just ticks a lot of boxes, and I think he's in front for a long way, which I've said 4 times now. So
you touched on it before. So Jason Brown is he hates Mervyn because of he rides Caracapo, and Mervyn always softens him up, but that combination is similar to Time to Sizzle and Cramden. Dennis Cooper would have been so stoked when he saw the noms and no Time to Sizzle this week, because he looks like he'll find the front. And I reckon I could not agree with you more. I've marked him $7, Riverbow $3.20, and you're getting 4s and 10, 11. So I'm normally one where I don't Dutch many. I'll normally back and save, but when one of them's double figures, it doesn't cost you too much. So I'll be cheering for both for a pretty decent result. Yeah, I'm like this race.
All right, I like it. That brings us to the end.
Just on this race, huge respect for Cubaling. And the money has been coming in droves lately. Expect that to happen again. I keep saying, he's got the 3 kilo kid on, and she just keeps riding him perfectly. So I'm just, surely soon enough, she's got to find some trouble, doesn't she?
2 queries, Cubaling, is one, the form around it, our boy Dylan, Holy Go, City Circle, that's a different class of horse, I think, or that Karam has been racing against, or Riverbow's been racing against. So that's one concern. The second concern is the 1,100 back to the 1,000 for a horse they're trying to settle with and bring into the race. Do they dig him up to try and hold the back of Cramden? Does that then take him out of his comfort zone? There are a few little queries, but I'm in the same boat as you. I've marked Cubaling a slight favourite, but at the prices, it's definitely not an investment for me.
Yep, I'm really keen to take on Mood Swings.
Yeah,
think that horse, he's been getting really good runs, and
not my favourite horse, Mood Swings, actually.
He's been costly, hasn't he? So he's $5 in the market. I've got him double figures. So I really think it's there's 3 genuine chances, and I'll be taking on Cubaling, just a price thing, and hoping for a bit of bad luck.
I like it. All right, Crip, your best of the day?
Yep, that's it. The Dutch.
The Dutch,
Yep.
Riverboat and Cramden. My best is at the $10 each way, Cramden as well. My best of the day. So
Very
sort
good.
of in alignment. Close to being in
Well,
alignment.
if Cramden wins, we'll both be pretty happy anyway.
I'll be cock-a-hoop for him. If he wins, I'll be absolutely cock-a-hoop. I'm going to bet more than I should on him. But gamble responsibly, don't forget.
Very good, very good. All right, that'll do us for this week. Bit of a shorter one after the Mammoth Bunbury Cup episode. The 1-1 pod, they've got the third of the Rising Stars, Latham Anderson, who's also the clubhouse leader in the Young Gun series. So looking forward to what he has to say. And cripsracing.com if you want to see more of my stuff throughout the week. Until then, enjoy the weekend. Good luck and gamble responsibly.